saw a curve. I know, I just can't not.
There he goes. Bye, Josh. You said you'd buy it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Yammy Noob episode. We are here with the CF Moto 300 SS in Minneapolis.
My hometown.
Your hometown.
Born and raised.
You grew up over around somewhere.
Look
right?
at this. Look at this.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Bet you didn't know it was like this.
They gave us a couple bikes, and they're like, go ride wherever you want to, do whatever, and just have them back by 3:30. So we got a lot of time to look at this thing. We are going to put it through its paces on city stuff, commuting stuff, like highway stuff. We'll try and find some twisty stuff.
We gotta go get a coffee, then we gotta go get lunch.
Yes, exactly. All of the city biker stuff. Okay, most important thing about this bike is it's $4,300. There's a naked version of this bike that is $4,000, $300 cheaper. At that price, you can't ask for so much, but you're getting so much. On paper, this bike is incredible. So top line specs, it's making 30 horsepower, 29 horsepower, 18 foot-pounds of torque, working with a 292cc single piston, dual overhead cam engine. We've got a single disc radial mounted caliper up front, 5-inch TFT display. You get a rider app that pairs with your phone. You hook it up with the VIN and it gives you turn-by-turn navigation, GPS monitoring of the bike, rider reports, past routes. It gives you a crazy amount of information about your bike, as well as just assistance while you're riding it. Is it too good to be true? That's what we're here to find out. Let's go see how it feels on the road.
All right, Josh, tell the people of the internet, how is it feeling on the road?
Great. I'm having all kinds of fun on this bike. It's actually really surprised me how good it feels on the road.
How's your lower back feeling? You feeling cramped? You feeling like you could ride all day?
Yeah, this is an all-day kind of position. This bike's not a race bike. It's extremely comfortable to ride around the city.
Do you feel like you're losing power anywhere that you want it?
This bike, it doesn't ever feel powerful because it's really not. It doesn't have a lot of power, but it's just friendly and easy. Yeah, power's really linear. It comes on nice and low like you'd like. And it makes it super easy to ride, you know? The nice thing about having low power bikes is that no matter what you do with the throttle, they never really get jerky or anything. Yeah, it feels great.
So something you'd recommend for a first-time motorcycle rider?
100%. Any first-time motorcycle rider. If you like the look of this bike, then it's a great little option for you. Sorry, I saw a curve. Oh, good.
Okay, yeah. I'm with Josh. I forgot, but that guy's crossing the double yellow, so...
I know, I just can't not.
There he goes. Bye, Josh.
Okay, I'll come back.
All right, Josh, how was taking those couple turns on that sweet little 300?
It is enough of a sport bike that it makes me want to go fast around the curves, you know? If I was on a Sportster or something like that, nothing ever inspires you really to try and go fast. At least it doesn't for me. But when you get on a sport bike and you see twists in front of you, this gives you everything you need to to pick up the pace and attack them a little bit. It's not a race bike. We had it at the track. It kind of comes apart a little bit if you're really pushing, but no, the ergonomics are great for if you want to hustle on the bike. You can get off the seat and lean off really easily, and it's very comfortable to do so. It's a fun little bike.
All right, Josh, why don't we sit down, grab a cup of coffee, and talk about other motorcycles in the same category?
All right, let's do it.
The 300cc sport bike category is a familiar topic here at Yammy Noob. Packed with bikes that have been printed out in massive quantities around the world, the 300cc sport bike category is defined by a few bikes that the 300SS takes direct aim at. The Yamaha R3 is the bike where this channel got its start. Starting at $5,300, the R3 is a cool $1,000 more than the 300SS. For that price, you'll get a bike that certainly handles better out of the box, and it has about 10 more horsepower. But, like most of the competition, you'll miss out on the tech and creature comforts that come standard on the CF Moto bike. Both have ABS, but the 300SS comes standard with a slipper clutch, where the R3 does not. Looking at another standard in the class, the Honda CBR 300R is priced less than the R3. It starts at $4,900. Still more than the CF Moto, but certainly closer. The Honda again, though, suffers from the same lack of tech. No rider app, GPS service, slipper clutch, TFT dash, and basically the same horsepower and weight as the 300 SS. There are a few other noteworthy options from this class like the Ninja 400 and KTM RC 390, both of which we love. And there's also some not so worthy options like our favorite Gixxer 250. No other bike in this segment can touch the CF Moto on price and features. None of these bikes are powerful performance race bikes out of the box, so what are you giving up with the 300 SS?
All right, Josh, we have made it to the final day of our lovely time with our little CF 300 SS. Yep. And I showed you around. I showed you where I was born. You saw my origin portal. And you were honored.
Yes, I was. It was magical. Yeah.
But you said something very shocking on the way home. And do you want to share with the audience what you told me at a stoplight?
I'm happy to. Yeah, I said I'd own one of these. This one specifically, actually.
You said you'd buy it.
Yeah, I'd probably buy it. I was like doing the numbers. I was like, yeah, I was looking at the gas mileage that it gets. I had so much fun on it all day. It's great. Like there's no bike this cheap that gives you what this bike gives you. I've been blown away with the app. It does so much, and it was really easy to set up for me with an Android. There was a guy with an iPhone trying to set up who had a little bit more difficulty. Another point for Android, but everything that it gives you, all the information. We were sitting at the coffee shop, and I was like, remember I opened it and showed you? I was like, hey, look, we're here in the bikes right there. You can like always monitor your bike.
It's got lean angle, it's got top speed. You might be mad about it, doesn't matter. But I think that that's pretty cool that, I don't know, if like I was a mom and I bought this bike for my kids, you want to like spy on them, and with me, I'd be like, high five, like hell yeah.
In that same vein, it gives you I want to open the app and check it out. We can look how many times in a ride you have hard braking moments or hard acceleration moments. I was locking up the back as much. It has ABS, but I was like mashing so I'm sure I've got at least 8 of those times where it detects hard braking, like emergency braking. So if you're buying this for a kid, a 16-year-old, 18-year-old or something like that, you can put a geofence around an area and say, don't go outside of this area. You'll get alerts if they do. This bike is $4,300.
That's insane. Also, it tells you like if something's wrong with your bike.
Yep.
It tells you maintenance interval.
It tracks your mileage, tells you how much gas you have. You get to select when you want to be notified about low fuel, midway through, all the way on the bottom. Look into it yourself, and we can show some stuff on screen as well. The app has blown me away, but that's really not all that's blown me away on it either. It's so comfortable and easy to ride. Most of these 300s are. But this one with the slipper clutch, it helps a lot. There was one time I pulled out in second gear, not knowing I was in second gear, just feathered that clutch out. It just did it perfectly.
You didn't stall it out?
No. It's really a pretty cool little bike.
I have to say it's pretty handsome too. This to me is like the mint gum colorway. They have a black and neon green one though. That's pretty cool.
That's the one I would have liked, yeah. I would have liked the black one. They didn't have one out here while we've been out here, but they had these beautiful white ones and they looked good. And while we were pulled over taking photos of it, I mean, we got some great photos. Hopefully I can show you some of those, but people were like, there was that one guy drove by, he's like, man, the only thing that bike is missing is me riding it.
Dude, we had a lot of curb appeal with this. There were a lot of people pulling over, talking to us, looking at it. And I mean, it stands out.
And for who they built this bike for, that matters so much. Like it gives you such a great look, it's so approachable, it's so comfortable, it has so many safety features. The only thing it doesn't have is it's not a race bike, and I keep revisiting that. And the very first time I rode it yesterday at the track, I went out, I think I was like the first one to ride this bike since it rolled off the lot, and I had a scary moment where I had to four-finger the brakes to try and get the thing stopped, and I immediately went back in after that first lap and gave it to him. I was like, you gotta do something, this is not. But today the brakes were great. I think they weren't scrubbed in at that point. From that moment, I had such a negative emotion. This thing like completely won me back over today. You can tell if you've ever been a part of any development or anything like that. There's some of the things that are still being worked out. These bikes literally shipped to 190 US dealers within the past couple of months. So it's very likely you've got a dealer in your town and they haven't even gotten their signage up on the
the storefront, but they have these bikes.
They sold $440 million.
$400 million in 2022. So for those of you who don't know, CF Moto's huge in off-road power sports, ATVs, UTVs, side-by-sides. That's where, they didn't make all that money in bikes, but they are now going to sell bikes in this market because they already have an established dealership network. We've got one in Austin, so you know, CF, hit us up. We might come pick one up. Yeah, what did you think?
I think this bike is great. I had never ridden a 300 before, but I took it out yesterday and I was like, all right. You know, I could tell I had to unlearn a lot of my body memory from just riding gigantic motorcycles. But once you get comfortable on it, it's just so easy. It's so easy going. It's a perfect starter bike. I would own one too at the price point. You know,
it does everything you want.
And we came out here, we were about to leave. You set up the rider app in literally 20-30 seconds. I mean, like I've messed around with the Bluetooth on my laptop for longer. So
yeah, we've worked on lavs longer than that. Yeah, ask Spite about that. Yeah, everything worked on it, and it's cheaper than everything in the segment.
To me, it hits all the Whitney boxes. Can I afford it? Yes. Does it look good? Yes. Done. Game over. It's fun to ride, yeah. But every motorcycle is fun to ride.
Yeah, I know a bunch of you are going to be like, oh, yeah, it's not a race bike. Yeah, it's not going to do what a Ninja 400 will do out of the box on the racetrack. But, like, it's not trying to. And they are perfectly okay with that. They spent more money on styling than they did on what it's going to feel like at 9/10 and 10/10 on a racetrack, which is so smart, honestly. This TFT is killer. So yeah, this bike really won us over. Go buy one. If you want a little sport bike, support these guys. I mean, this is killer.
All right, guys, thanks for watching. Leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you think about this brand new motorcycle coming into the US market, and we'll see you later.
Well, look at you. You've made it to the end of another Yami Noob video. You should consider yourself pretty lucky because I have curated this one right over here for you to continue watching. It's probably just as good as the one you just saw. Unless you hated the one you just saw. I don't know, maybe leave me a comment down below about how much you hated it as well too. Or just keep watching this one. Make sure you keep watching Yami Noob. Don't forget to keep watching Yami Noob. That's the most important thing. Keep watching Yami Noob.